Hi friends, my name is Rachel. I'm an ECAP preschool teacher and today I'm going to talk to you about Dr. Becky Bailey's DNA method. This conscious discipline method teaches children to name their emotions, regulate their emotions, and then solve problems. DNA is an acronym that stands for describe the emotion, name the feeling, and acknowledge the want of the child. When Dr. Becky Bailey talks about DNA, she tells us that DNA allows us to be a mirror in which we show the child their inner emotional state, and we teach them how to regulate it. Once they can self-regulate, then they can work on adjusting their outer behavior. So, for my example of DNA today, I'm going to use an example of a child that's upset because somebody else has a toy that they wanted to play with. So before I even talk to the child about this situation, I'm going to take a breath, give myself a chance to calm down, and I'm going to accept the moment as it is. Because when we speak to a child using DNA, we're being empathetic. And with empathy, the goal is to help child learn the process of DNA. And so for that, we need to see the child from their point of view. So for the first step, describe, I would describe what I see. So I would say to the child, your face is going like this, and show them. And if their body is moving around, like they're crossing their arms, I would say your arms are going like this. You have to have their eye contact, because if they can't see what you're doing, they're not going to be able to understand what their own emotions are, and they're not going to be able to understand what their body is doing. And when you have eye contact, you can download Calm by helping them breathe. Next, we're going to move on to naming the feeling that we see. So I would say to the child, you seem angry. But we don't want to pause here for too long because that leaves the child in their emotional state. Next, we go on to acknowledge. So we're going to acknowledge what they wanted, framed with positive intent. I would say to a child, you really wanted to play with that toy, but you didn't know how to ask. You could say to your friend, may I have a turn? Acknowledging helps the child shift from what they don't want, which is having to wait, to what they do want, which is getting to play with that toy. They know it, they learn that it might not happen right away, but they will get to do it. After acknowledging, we're going to offer realistic choices to the child. I would say to a child, you can wait for a turn here, or you can go pick a new activity to do while you wait. And you could further tell them, hey, it looks like some of your friends are playing in Block Center. Look, they're building a castle. Should we go look at that? And you can further offer empathy to the child by saying, I understand it's so hard to wait. It's not easy. But look, you're doing it. And that, friends, is the DNA process by Dr. Becky Bailey.